What's up, everybody? I'm back. It's Tuesday. This is the fourth video I have recorded today, and I believe it will be the last. The first two have been blocked by YouTube, so they will appear at some point, probably. I will publish them whenever I'm allowed to. But today I'm doing new-ish. This came out a couple months ago, but it's still new. HOLO, one of my favorite EDM artists. EDM pop. I don't exactly indie EDM ambient, right? He's not really making club music. Okay, it's lyrical EDM. I really like him. I found him several years ago. I've been a fan ever since. This song is called All the Highs, and we will get into it in a minute. I do have my latte, as always. A little bit of Tarani vanilla syrup. Excellent. I am not a professional. I'm not an expert. I'm not a guy who does a lot with synths or keys or programming or anything like that. So I'm probably not going to get too into the weeds on the music beyond what I like and dislike, right? I'm not going to get into the specifics, right? And don't be a dick. I feel like it's kind of hard to dislike HOLO with any kind of real vigor, because his music's generally very peaceful, very positive. But you don't have to like it. You don't have to like me. And I don't mind if people disagree with my opinions. But I would like to keep it fairly professional in the comments, right? Just so that it's not a negative place for people to go if they happen to be the sort of people who read the comments like I do. I almost always, on any video, except for these, I don't really read the comments on the videos that I'm reviewing. But beyond that, I pretty much always read comments on YouTube videos just to see, what the temperature is. And, for people like me, I like to keep it polite, right? So let's try to keep it polite. With that out of the way, let's get into it. This is All the Highs by HOLO. What a pretty song. He really is, man. He's so good at these types of songs, I think. Very evocative, right? Very emotionally stirring types of songs. And I think that's, I think, right? I want to give him this credit. I think that's because he's writing from a place of authenticity, right? The stuff he makes, his priorities, right? The sort of merch he's made, the sort of things I've heard him talk about, it seems like, I don't want to assume, right? It's not necessarily my place, but I feel like this may have come up, so it's pretty common for artists. I assume, I know I said I don't want to do that, but I'm going to. I assume that he has some mental health struggles, and while that doesn't necessarily make you a better artist, right? It's very important to understand that. Being unmedicated, being depressed, it frequently doesn't make you a better artist. It makes you incapable of making art, right? It's important to understand that, because I was also 17 once. I understand. You think, well, if I lose these feelings, if I lose my angst and my depression and my anger, if I lose it, then I won't be creative, or I won't be interesting. And that's not true. For one thing, depression specifically, anxiety specifically, often keep you from being able to do the things you want to do, whether that's creatively or otherwise, right? It is a real limiter on your life. Some people are able to turn that into art, and I think that's great. But there are an awful lot of artists who have been clear that when they were able to get on the right sort of medication, or just move past hanging on to those feelings, because sometimes you hang on to it, right? It's not something that you can't let go. Frequently it is. I want to be very clear. I'm not here to say anything that mental health is a choice, okay? But I will say, I held on to things. I held on to grudges that there's no reason for me to hold on to them besides I wanted to. I wanted to feel that anger, that slight, right? When you're able to let go of those things, or when you are appropriately medicated, or you're in therapy, right? You're working through the stuff that you are dealing with. Artists have frequently said, my art got better. I was able to do more. I was able to, be more expressive. I was able to tap into more aspects of my personality than just the sadness. That's very valuable. And I think San HOLO does a good job of trying to attack both sides. I mean, this song, literally, right? All the highs, all the lows. Life is not going to be even, right? There's going to be moments when things are good. There's going to be moments when things are pretty shitty. And through it, you got to keep going. And hopefully, you will find people who will help you keep going, right? For some people, it's a dog. For some people, it's a hobby, right? That's what gets you through. But finding somebody to share your thoughts with. And look, I've been to many therapists in my life. And I think there's value, for real. There's value in therapy. It's not a cure-all. It's not for everybody. But I've always had issues with therapists in this sense. I am paying you to listen to me, or my insurance is paying you to listen to me. We don't hang out. You don't know, you know what I tell you about myself, and you may genuinely care about those things, and you may want to help me, but we're not friends. This is a professional relationship. This is I tell you things and you tell me how to deal with them, or try to. And money exchanges hands. And if it didn't, we would not have a relationship. It's valuable to have somebody who you can tell stuff that you can't tell anybody else. Absolutely. But find somebody that you can share with on a level that's not transactional, on a level that is personal and intimate, It doesn't have to be a boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, right? It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Frequently, those, if you're fucked up and you're trying to solve your problems with a partner, it frequently goes poorly for both of you. That's personal experience. But find somebody in your life that you can share things with who is there for you, whether it's good or bad, right? Who is willing to just listen to you, and who you are willing to listen to, right? It's got to be mutual. It's got to be, otherwise they are just they're no better than like your diary, right? I just tell you stuff and I expect you to deal with it. It's got to be a little bit of give and take. But find somebody that you can share with, somebody that cares about you, for you, right? And that you care about, and that you can encourage each other and commiserate with each other, right? I am by no means somebody who says, you just got to think positive, because I think that's bullshit, frankly. That is not something that I really endorse, because I've seen too much to tell people, well, just think positively. When I was in high school, my best friend shot himself on accident, right? What am I going to tell his mom, right? I'll just be positive. Her son, he was still a teenager. He was almost 20. He might have been 20. He was a little bit older than me. He just died. He was the life of every party, right? He was a nice guy, very fun, very enthusiastic, charming. And he's dead. I'm not going to tell her to just think happy thoughts, right? Because that's inappropriate. But at the same time, there is a level of encouragement that says it's awful. It's awful what's going on. And there's no way around it. You can acknowledge the awfulness, but you still got to keep going, right? You just have to push through it. And you can feel the pain. You can feel the hurt, right? The anger, the sadness, whatever. It's okay to feel those feelings. It's good to feel those feelings, especially if you are a high school boy, because high school boys frequently are not allowed culturally to feel those sorts of things. Feel it, right? Allow yourself to be sad, to grieve, to feel the anger, whatever it is. That's okay. But with that, you have to keep going. And eventually, it will fade, right? Like a scar. It's not going to go away, right? I've got scars. I got a scar on my hand here. I don't think you can probably see it, but right around my thumb. I don't know where it came from. I've had it as long as I can remember, and it's pretty faded. It almost matches my skin tone at this point, but it's still there. I still see it, right? That pain is still going to be there. You're still going to have these scars, but as time goes, they will fade. They will be less raised, right? They will be less prominent. They will be less noticeable, and you'll still see them when you look at them, and you'll remember. You'll feel what those are from, but it'll be easier to live with. Find somebody, right? Find somebody that you can be on that level with, where you can be open and honest with each other, and share in the highs and lows of life. See, I brought it back to the music. Yeah, this is a great song. I love San Holo. I know I got kind of preachy there, but look, it's my channel, right? It's my video. So I if I feel like I need to say something, I will. That'll do it for this video, though. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Stay safe out there. Drink lots of water, and be good to each other. It's a tough world, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any less tough. So yeah, be good to each other.